We are right now inside the NICU of Nair Hospital. Nair Hospital was the first hospital to start a maternity ward for COVID positive mothers. So, and of course today the other hospitals have taken up from there, and each hospital has a facility of their own. So right now we are standing in the first facility in Mumbai with these corona warriors behind us, the doctors who battle it out, the doctors who ensure a safe delivery of a baby, helping out the COVID positive mothers. So, can you tell the idea behind this entire setup? Like Nair is the first one, the idea behind it
was basically that too many mothers were coming positive and the other peripheral maternity homes were unable to handle the load. So initially Neeraj started with just 30 beds. We then slowly over 10 days increased it to 50 beds. We actually conducted deliveries in a very unfamiliar place, and still there he managed to do an excellent job. That time also there were 48 deliveries there. And it's only since last 10 days that we have shifted them back to their original place. So they are very, very comfortable in doing as many deliveries here.
So I would like to ask you, sir, the pregnant ladies which are admitted over here, they come with a different stress and a trauma. Like they've been rejected by all the other hospitals, and they find a place over here. So how do you cope up with this mental issue of these pregnant ladies?
See, main thing is counseling. See, relatives, most of the relatives are not coming with the positive patient. Sometimes they come alone, and even if you have to talk to the patient's relative, that explain that this is the thing which we are going to do, she is likely to deliver normally, or she is likely to go for cesarean section. Then there are no relatives, and we have to communicate on phone. So there are many issues. Main thing, counseling of the patient is the most important thing to ease her tension, and that's the thing.
They're very anxious that their baby might be positive. What about that? When they go back home, what is the acceptance over there? Some of them have older mother-in-laws or mothers. So all these things probably cross their minds, you know.
You've been telling me that the families of these patients are not here with them. Sometimes, they don't accept them till they turn positive. So can you brief us something about those cases and how you handle such cases?
So we have sisters, Ruby's sister, please come here. She does a lot of counseling to all the ANC mothers and tells them, look, there is no reason to worry. When those husbands come also, she's counseling, and Dr. Neeraj Mahajan does his very major chunk in that with his residents to counsel all these mothers. That's the only way.
Yeah, the first point of contact is only residents. They are the one who are counseling, doing all the paperwork, delivering the patient, taking care of the patients in the post-delivery ward, who are post-cesarean section, doing the cesarean section. All this is frontline health workers. Along with that, the sweepers who keep the ward clean. Like you can see, the ward is completely clean, and the nurses, they are the one who are talking to the patients more. They have major role in counseling apart from doctors. So the main thing is counseling, explaining.
Like somebody like Dr. Mazhar, Dr. Namita, our sisters, they have a very major role to play here because they are there 24/7. We are taking the rounds, advising, if they have a difficulties, which are there round the clock, they come back. But the major managing is done, so them and the sisters.
Dr. Mazhar, you are in close contact with these patients, these mothers. So as you have a major role to play, can you please tell me how do you handle such situations?
First of all, it's mainly related to counseling. I mean, we have to counsel the parents that irrespective that even if they are turning positive, we have been it's been a miracle that a lot of babies have been in our hospital. They are negative at present, and even though we cannot maintain social distancing between mother and the babies, yet we have been able to have a very successful neonatology division. Like our NICU has been working really fine. Recently, we have completed 100 deliveries in COVID positive deliveries of COVID positive mothers. So this itself was an achievement for all of us, that within a few days we have managed to we have almost done 100 deliveries, conducted 100 deliveries, and soon I'm sure this will just rise up because these mothers have not been accepted in any of the peripheral hospitals. Like the moment they found out it's COVID positive, they just refer it to Nair. So definitely, if you see the labor ward as well as the PNC ward, it's overloaded. It's actually overburdened at the moment. But then they are doing a very good job. I mean, it's a very good thing that a lot of mothers and a lot of babies are right now. It's asymptomatic. Even the positive mothers are asymptomatic. So like we can actually discharge them even after a few days, after monitoring them properly, and even after counseling them actually.
And Dr. Namita, I would like to ask you, you have interacted with these patients on a daily basis and are still interacting. क्या चल रहा है उनके दिमाग में? What are they thinking? What are they going through?
See, the main anxiety with them is the babies might turn positive because they are at a dedicated COVID center. So what happens is they are being exposed to a lot of COVID patients. So they are actually anxious that the babies will turn positive. And for the first 100 deliveries, we didn't have any neonate turning positive. So that was a scenario with us.
Okay, can you tell me, of course, now because the COVID-19 stigmatization is a big issue. People who get discharged from here or maybe are admitted, people, they're not accepted by the families or the society. Have you guys come across some cases like this?
Yeah. Like when the patient comes negative, we discharge the patient. But what happens is that once the patient comes positive, all the relatives are quarantined in some other place, like COVID care center or some other facility where they are quarantined. So when they are discharged from here, there is nobody to accept them in the family. And the building people, they also can have some issues with them, those patient going home after the delivery and was positive. So we...
They refuse to go back or they're not accepted, they left the...
Yeah, some people some patients, they have some facility where they can go to other relatives' house or something. But most of the patients, they don't have other house to go to get quarantined. So we talk to the patients' relatives on phone, and we find out a place where they can be shifted, or we keep them for some more days and then we discharge the patient. It's a little difficult job for doctors.
Okay, Dr. Survi, I think here the best part is in the labor wards or in the maternity ward, not even a single frontline worker who has been infected. What precautions you follow and how do you feel about it?
So there have been various training sessions, training modules and videos that everybody has made regarding donning and doffing of PP, which is the crux of our healthcare workers not getting positive. So if you know how you're donning and the more important part, the doffing of the PPE, so then you're unlikely to spread this infection or contract it yourself.
Okay, Dr. Namita, any challenging case you remember which has actually got into your touch?
Triplets?
Yeah, we had 8 triplets. They were delivered when it was delivered initially when it was turned into a COVID positive facility. So they were triplets, and thankfully they were good. They were not really good weight, but we could manage them well. Yeah.
So there was a little anxiety. Even the mother, that she's carrying triplets, she's COVID positive. So he really handled it very well, and the babies went home.
Ma'am, you allow breastfeeding of the kids by their mothers. So doesn't this transmit the infection in them?
No, not at all. The breastfeeding is in fact very protective to these babies, and none of the babies have turned positive. We are continuing the breastfeeding for the prematures. We are continuing the kangaroo mother care. That has not led to any adversity at all.
So these were the doctors handling the COVID positive maternity ward in Nair Hospital. Now from here we take you straight inside the maternity ward while we speak to some of the mothers who had a successful delivery and also those who are expecting very soon.
13th में वो अभी प्रेगनेंसी के लिए डिलीवरी के लिए सब हॉस्पिटल में तो कंपलसरी किया हुआ है टेस्ट, और टेस्ट डिटेक्टेड आ गया उसमें प्राइवेट लैब में किए हम लोग ने। उसके बाद हम लोग वही ये कर रहे थे कहाँ पे नाम मतलब कहाँ पे हमारे जैसे पेशेंट को लिया जाता है, तो फिर यहाँ का पता चला तो इधर आ गए फिर एडमिट हो। सॉरी, फैमिली में नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं प्रॉब्लम है। मेरा हस्बैंड तो यहाँ पे है और मेरा बेटा तो मेरी मम्मी के यहाँ पे। नहीं, वो पहले से वहीं पे था।
मैं 18 तारीख को एडमिट हुई थी, 18 तारीख को, और मतलब अभी 4 दिन हो गया। अभी मैं कुछ हुआ नहीं, कुछ सिस्टम नहीं मेरे में, कोई कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं, ना खांसी ना बुखार ना ज़ुकाम, कुछ भी नहीं है। सिर्फ एक इन्फेक्शन हुआ है ये यहाँ पे, ऐसा मतलब बस, और ज़्यादा कुछ हुआ नहीं है। हाँ, नॉर्मल है। हाँ 18 तारीख को ही हुई थी सुबह में। बहुत अच्छे ध्यान रख रहे सबका, बच्चे लोग का सब अच्छे से कर रहे हैं, सब अच्छे से देख रहे, सब एक दूसरे को दवाई वही टाइम पे दे रहे, खाना वाना सब बराबर दे रहे। ये मतलब सिर्फ टेस्ट के लिए रखे थे, तो मतलब एक इन्फेक्शन बताया था कि कोरोना हुआ है करके ऐसा, तो उसकी वजह से मेरे को यहाँ पे मतलब कोई हॉस्पिटल में लिया नहीं डिलीवरी के लिए, तो यहाँ पे लिख किया। 3-4 हॉस्पिटल में गई थी घर के। हाँ यहाँ पे ले लिया अच्छे से।
Apart from the doctors, the closest person to these patients or these to-be moms are the nurses who work round the clock in this hospital. So it would be incomplete not to mention the nurses. So we have nurse Ruby here who shares her experience.
Here the patients are highly, very curious and intention that what is going to happen to them and to their child. So daily in the morning when I come, the first thing is we give them a round of counseling. So I tell them any suggestions if they have, they can give. Any problems they have, they can give. Whether they have any tensions or scared of anything, they can talk to us about it. I have told my sisters and staff who are working in this ward to go to the patient and ask them personally if they are having any problem. So some of them have come out with their problems. One was complaining that in their building they are blaming her because she is positive, and because of you we are suffering now, the building is closed and all those things. Then we counseled her, we told her, now you don't worry about all that, now you think about yourself and the baby who's going to come now. So we tried our best, and she got a little settled after that, and she went for delivery, she's gone for delivery.
Sister, how is the feeling, a life getting born and then that too successfully, and a happy mother when she leaves from here after becoming negative? What is your feeling?
Oh, that feeling is really great, because we feel whatever pains we have taken, especially the cleaning part. The ward has to be very clean. It has to be sanitized quite often. I see to it that is done at least 4 hours, because these are pre-delivery mothers. So they will, whatever they get from here will be continued later on. So I see that to it that it is clean.
Tell us, what are the challenges you come across while handling the expecting mother?
So when that had come, like we were all intense, because this was first time this pandemic has happened, and we don't know what is going to be, how it's going to be. Same thing with the patients also. So we had to counsel ourselves first. We had a lot of training, how to do, how to don't, and how to behave with the patients, and how to, face this. So when we become positive, then we can tell the patients and the relatives how to be, how to take care of this COVID thing.
Giving birth can be the most empowering experience of a lifetime. But when you are a positive mother, a COVID positive mother, this experience comes with a lot of fear and anxiety. And these doctors work day and night to overturn that very situation, to remove the fear and to give you a gift of a lifetime, a new life. With Shiva Devnath, this is Nazia Sayed for Mojo News, Mumbai.